Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in Khaliis Take. Now, today's take, we'll be recapping the games that's happened so far tonight. Some games and big wins that's happened during this week. So far in the week, we'll be doing this every night, Thursday through Sunday, recapping games. I'll be coming on live here, um, sending out videos at 11 o'clock p.m. my time. So let's get ready. Let's do this. Let's recap. Okay. So if this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave any comments. Please also hit the notification bell if it's your first time to the channel, or if it's not your first time to the channel, still hit the notification bell for future content. Also check out my other videos too. I think you'll find some of the other videos to be interesting. I think you might find some of my takes to be interesting as well. So please leave any comments and let me know. And let's just go from here. So let's just jump right into it. This week's been a pretty good week in the NBA. I'm looking at the Lakers. They're looking pretty good so far. Been looking at the Clippers also, but minus PG and Kawhi since they're on the COVID protocols. But for the most part, they've been doing really good. As a team, I think they lost their last game, against Atlanta because they didn't have their two superstars. So they still put up a fight in that game, which is good to see. They can still put up a fight against teams without two of their superstars. So I think that should let everybody know how good of a team they are. Now, it's currently constructed. The way the Clippers are, I would say they're definitely a formidable team, a team who can definitely make it to the NBA Finals, just with the team that they have constructed. Now, I do think they need a point guard. I would like to see them get the likes of like a Derrick Rose or maybe a Kyle Lowry, somebody like that. I think would definitely help them in regards to definitely getting over that hump without any question. So now, as we recap, also looking at the Lakers, they've been looking really good this last past week as well. LeBron's been putting up big numbers. I think he had a 30 plus point game a couple times. He's definitely been looking good, and he's he looks in good form. Especially to be his age. So right now everything is looking good for the Lakers. I am a little concerned tonight though because they are playing the Pistons, and as I watched the game, at that point, they were down, I think it was 80 to 72 at the time, me watching that. And I think the Pistons were up 80 to 72, as a matter of fact. So I thought that was a little bit alarming, but who knows? Maybe the Lakers just not, taking the game serious, or anything like that. Who knows? It's just hard to get up for the Detroit Pistons because they're just not a good team at all. I think their record is almost opposite. The Lakers are 14. Going into the game, the Lakers are 14-5. Um, the Detroit Pistons were 4-14 going into the game. So it's like the Lakers can't get up for that game. And plus, I don't believe they had the likes of AD either. So that definitely makes a difference. But I still think the Lakers, should play better against teams like that. Because when you play against teams like that, I mean, I know it's hard to get up for them, but at the same time, you are the better team. So you have to show that. You have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. But overall, the Lakers are looking really good. As far as the Brooklyn Nets, another team to look out for. The Brooklyn Nets are looking like a well-oiled machine. Look like they're coming together. They have a couple losses that I will question, but at the same time, I'm not going to question them too much because, like I said, it's still early in the season, and we still have to see exactly how these teams pan out. I mean, I can't wait to see the Brooklyn Nets versus the Clippers, the Lakers, and teams like that. I can't wait to see that because I know it's going to be really, box office when those teams play each other. So, definitely looking good there. As far as the Western Conference, I would say, just to recap on the teams that I think um, who are the top two teams, top three teams in the West. Right now, just recapping on what's been going on in the NBA, well, I should say in the Western Conference, the top three teams is definitely who they are. It's the Utah Jazz, the Lakers, Clippers. And I do believe before it's all over, I believe the Lakers probably will have the number one seed. The Clippers will probably be number two, just as they were last year. But number three, I think you might want to watch out for maybe Phoenix or maybe the Denver Nuggets, or something like that. I think one of those teams can sneak in there and get that number three spot before the season is out, because I feel like a lot of people might or a lot of teams might overlook them, but I think they got some good pieces on both of those teams to definitely be a number three seed in the West. So I see Utah falling to like number five or something like that by the time the end of the season hits. So we'll see how that goes. As far as the East, just to do a recap on that as well. I mean, to me, the Brooklyn Nets is the powerhouse, but at the same time, I would say the Philadelphia 76ers have been a surprise as being the number one seed, at least to me anyway. I guess I expect the Bucks to be the number one seed since they have been the last couple years. But yeah, Philadelphia is coming out looking pretty good. They won against the Lakers last night. As a matter of fact, I think it was 106, 105. Um, Joel Embiid's looking really good. Ben Simmons, I think he pitched in the other night with a triple double. So, like I said, I think they're a team to watch out for. The top three teams in the East, I guess I would say if I had to pick the top three teams in the East right now, I mean, I would go with the Sixers. And me personally, I would go with the Nets. And the third team, I probably would go with the Bucks or the Heat by the end of the season. Now, as constructed right now, the top three seeds is the 76ers, the Bucks, and the Pacers. But like I said, I don't think that's going to be but for so long. I think the Nets are going to be the number one seed eventually, and I think the Sixers will be number two, and I think the Bucks will probably be number three, probably. So, but like I said, we'll see how it goes with that one, though. But I will say also in regards to the Eastern Conference, the Pacers have been, a surprise. I didn't think the Pacers would be playing this good. I think they're a third seed in the Eastern Conference, so big ups to them. But I can't forget about Boston either. I know Boston's going to be somewhere in the mix. So you Celtics fans out there, don't be mad at me. I got love for the I got the Celtics in there. You know what I'm saying? I got a little love for them being, as far as the top three, top five teams. I'm not a Boston fan. Don't want nobody to twist my words, but I do see them as a top three, top five seed. So definitely, I think they're number five as constructed right now. But hey, you never know. They can get that fourth or third seed. So you know, we'll see how that goes during the season as the season progresses on. But yeah, as far as the games and everything and what's been going on in the NBA, it's been a great week. I expect the weeks to get better. I expect the competition to get better, of course. So we'll just have to see exactly how the season progresses along. I feel like I don't know if I mentioned the surprise team in the West to me so far. I have to say probably the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of people are not really speaking on them, and they're really not that great of a team, I would say, but they've been a surprise to me so far because I didn't think they would even be in the playoff picture right now. I thought they'd be like number 12 seed or something like that, but actually they're doing pretty good so far. So actually, I would say they're another surprise team, just like the Pacers are a surprise team to me on the Eastern Conference. So like I said, we'll see exactly how the season pans out and where the standings are, where everybody is, going forward in the season. I know it's kind of early, but that's just my recap on what's been happening so far. I've been impressed with several teams, and one team I can't leave out. I did mention earlier, I believe, is the Utah Jazz. That I've definitely been impressed by them so far. Donovan Mitchell's been looking good, even though despite Shaq's comments, the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell been looking really good. So shout out to them too. But I definitely can't wait to see, going forward in the season, how the Jazz pan out. I don't believe they'll stay the number one seed, but for so long, I think it's just pretty much a day-to-day thing with them. I feel like as soon as they lose like a 3-4 game winning streak, excuse me, I feel like when they go on a 3 or 4 game losing streak, I feel like that'll be the demise of them as far as the number one seed. But we'll see exactly how it ends up and everything. But hey, the season's looking good so far, and hey, whoever came out to the recap tonight, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 11 o'clock. and we'll talk about more recaps and more of what's going on in the NBA and more of the standings and where teams fall and who's been impressive so far. So hey, I appreciate you coming out. Leave a like if you like the video. Please subscribe as well, and till next time.
Reshoot that.